Hey, Hari Om, Ashtangis, welcome to my channel. So I'm very glad to have you here. So I've got a very special present, end of year present in this month of December, a little bit special, and this is going to be a almost full Ashtanga practice. So the Ashtanga practice, I might have told you already, is quite a strong one. Half people would be probably dead. It's something that you really want to build and work towards too. So it's going to be about 75 minutes. Not too much, but you know, we're building strength and stamina. So if that's something you're really looking towards doing, you know, more energy in your life, finding flexibility, more strength, you know, you just do what you can and you start working towards it. So this is what this video is going to be doing, almost full Ashtanga practice, which again, as usual, you know, just make sure you just do what you can, you modify. It's a lifelong journey, and the reason why I'm offering that for, it's a longer video on the YouTube channel, all for free, ad-free, so you can just go and practice. There's no disturbance of any sort apart from maybe your mind, but this is what we're working on with the Ashtanga practice, especially with the breath and the drishti. You just try to keep your focus into the practice. And my deep wish is, with this gift for you, end of year, there's usually a break. Down here in Australia, it's going to be a longer break to maybe, you know, mid or end of Jan. And my deep wish is that you can keep at the practice with this video. If, I don't know, you don't have access to a yoga studio, or, you know, you're away or whatever happens, so you can keep practicing with this, so that you stay with the practice, so that when you start again, when you find me again in the studios around in Melbourne where I teach Ashtanga, or again online next year, 2021, we're gonna go further, continue in that journey. So stay at it. It will be easier to get back into it, and you know, if you stay up here, it's easier to keep going a little bit more. If you get a little bit too much into the Christmas whatever thing that, you know, tends to bring you down here, even though you might have, you know, a burst on the first and second, you know, sort of, oh yeah, I'll do this and I'll do that. These things don't last really long, you know, it just sort of drop back, you know. February, it's all forgotten, long forgotten. So the thing is to stay with the practice, Ashtanga, at least, the very least, once a week, so that you stay with it, and then you start building up onto, you know, force yourself to 2-3 times a week, and then as you keep going like this, you will go probably 5 days, you know, 5 days a week. I mean, if you do some other practices like some Vinyasa for a little bit more fun, you know, once, twice a week, that's good. Mix it up with the yin practice. I've got plenty of videos there. So let's get going with the practice. I tend to get a bit excited about talking about it. So my very deep wish is that you practice this over that period for as many times as you want, so that, you know, you can really continue with your journey of transformation, and you bring the Ashtanga practice to your heart, and you really just, you know, enjoy practicing. Find the little subtleties every time you practice, and I'll see you in 2021 for a little bit more programs, and hopefully you join me and we continue together to elevate and transform through this beautiful, awesome practice. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, keep following, and I'll see you in the video here. Enjoy your practice, keep breathing, and have a great end of year. See you next year. Hari Om. Okay, so welcome to another Ashtanga class. So finding comfortable sit on your mat. So as usual, Ashtanga can be pretty strong, so you just want to make sure that you connect to your body. Notice how you feel today, and what's going on in your body. Not pushing yourself too hard, but just a little bit, just so that you get to the edge of the challenge where you start to really feel a good stretch, but again, not too much. You don't want to go to the point of pain, of injury. As I might have mentioned before in the 6-week beginners Ashtanga course, the aim over time is to get you to practice, if you choose to stay with the Ashtanga practice, which is very good at least at the start of your yoga journey, is to practice 6 days a week. You might not be practicing that much, you might be doing other practices, but nonetheless, if you do other practices, if you want to be practicing 6 days a week, almost every day, or even if it's every second day, obviously you don't want to get into any injury. So just keep breathing through it. So we'll get started straight away. Every week we're going to start to build up onto it a bit more. So this week I'll again offer options to go maybe a bit stronger, but you just do what you can. Modify if you need to modify for your own body, or maybe just today is not a great day for you. You have to recognize that. So we'll just open up the practice with one deep Om chant, so you can have your arms nice and straight, taking the Gyan Mudra, index and thumb lightly touching together, other fingers straight, and the spine is nice and straight. Exhaling the air out the nostrils, you take a deep inhale in through the nose. Nice and slow, opening your eyes, finding your way to the top of the mat in Samastiti. So we're going to warm up the body with our traditional Surya Namaskars A and B. So we're going to shorten a little bit, shorten the breath. So Samastiti, feet together, standing tall, looking forward. You can bring your hands in front of your heart. And as you inhale, reaching your arms out to the side and up. Looking up nice and easy at the beginning, so we'll take an easy form for the first few rounds, folding forward, fingertips to the floor, bending into the knees as much as needed at the start until you get warm. As you inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, looking forward, lengthening into the spine. As you exhale, you fold forehead towards your shins, stepping your right leg back. Left leg back, planting your hands, chaturanga. As you exhale, knees to the floor, arching into your lower back. You start bringing your weight forward, charging the shoulders, bringing your chest, forehead to the floor, releasing all the way down onto your abdomen. You point your toes. As you inhale, lift your chest. Ardha Bhujangasana. As you exhale, nice and slow, you start lowering down, tuck your toes under, pushing onto your hands, you reach your hips back and up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. And we'll take a few breaths here into our down dog. So traditionally, in the long form of the Ashtanga practice, which is 90 minutes, an hour and a half, to complete the whole practice, we stay into our different poses for 5 breaths. So today we'll probably just go a little bit shorter than that. So just taking a moment to find your alignment with your down dog. Even weight distribution between your hands and feet. Feet are hip width distance apart. Hands are a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Pressing onto your index knuckle all the way to your hips. Maybe soft bend into your knees for this first down dog. Last breath. Exhaling as you inhale, looking forward, bending into the knees, stepping your right foot forward, left foot forward. Back to your forward fold as you inhale, lengthen, halfway lift.
Still bending into your knees as much as you need. Exhale, folding forward. And as you inhale, pressing your feet, ball of the foot, into the floor, reaching all the way up. Back to Samastiti. As you exhale, you release. Hands back down to your heart. And as you inhale, you sweep your arms out and up. Look up. Palms together. As you exhale, diving forward. Still bending into your knees if you need to. Fingertips to the floor. As you inhale, lengthen. Heart forward. As you exhale, you fold. See if you can start activating into the quads so that you feel the stretch into the back of the legs. Stepping your left leg back. Plant your hands. Right leg back. Exhaling for an easy vinyasa. Knees, chest, forehead. Keep pointing your elbows back onto the side of the body, releasing all the way down. Point your toes. As you inhale, maybe you can lift all the way to your full Bhujangasana, straightening your elbows, relaxing the shoulders, looking up. And as you exhale, slowly releasing, tuck your toes, finding your down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Few deep breaths. So making sure that you are connected to your Ujjayi breath. This slow, soft, deep oceanic breath into the back of the throat. So trying to keep your inhales and exhales regular. In through the nose, out through the nose, little hit, little noise that gets created into the back of the throat. Your breath is your best teacher. So keep it as a guide all throughout your practice. Finishing your exhale, looking forward, stepping your left foot forward, right foot to meet. Exhale, back to forward fold. Inhaling, looking forward. Ardha Uttanasana, lengthening into the spine. As you exhale, you fold. See if you can press your fingers forward so that you can fold a bit further. And as you inhale, pressing the big toe mount into the earth, you rise all the way up, nice and strong, palms together. Exhale, you release, hands back down to your heart. Out and up as you inhale. So we keep moving with the breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you fold. Building up onto the practice, you can walk back or jump back, chaturanga. If you can, maybe lowering all the way down in one piece. Cobra or up dog if you're building up onto the practice. Exhale, use your core muscles to reach your hips back and up. Adho Mukha Svanasana, settling down here for a few breaths. Looking at your nose tip. You can look between your knees, or if it's comfortable, you don't have any neck issues, you can look at your navel. This is where the breath ultimately goes through the nose into the back of the throat, all the way down to the navel. So you might focus on the movement of your navel along with the breath, expanding as you inhale, contracting as you exhale, in through the nose, out through the nose. One more deep breath. Exhaling, looking forward, bending into your knees. You can walk or jump. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Again, see if you can push your fingers forward, or think of pushing your fingers forward so that you fold a bit further. And as you inhale, press your feet into the earth, rising all the way up, palms together. One last Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, stretch your arms out and up, maybe arching a bit further into your spine. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands, walk back, jump back, going through your vinyasa on the same exhale. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Settle there. Few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Always coming back to the breath. Last breath, bending into your knees, looking forward. You can walk or jump. Lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Inhale, rising all the way up, nice and strong. Exhale, you release, back to Samastiti. And we go into Surya A B, bending into your knees, Utkatasana. See if you can brush the floor with your fingertips, reaching your arms up, shoulders nice and relaxed. As you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthening into the legs, the spine, look forward. As you exhale, you fold, plant your hands, walk back, jump back, lowering all the way down on that same exhale. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, look up. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Stepping your right foot forward, right between your hands. Spin your back heel down, 45 degrees. Rising up, Paraswana 1. Press your palms together. Look up at your thumbs. And as you exhale, you release. Plant your hands. Step back, Chaturanga. Lowering all the way down, Vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. We take the other side, left foot forward. As you inhale, spin your back heel down. Trying to keep your hips, shoulders nice and squared. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, you release. Plant your hands. Stretch back, Vinyasa. Lowering down on the exhale. Inhale, look up. Relax the shoulder blades into the back. Exhale, stretch back. Down dog. Few deep breaths into your down dog. Coming back to your Ujjayi breath if you feel you've lost it. Noticing the heat that we create in the body, working through Surya Namaskar A and B, going a bit further. So activating this Agni in the stomach, fire of purification, detoxification, which allows the practice to be therapeutic, healing. One more breath. Completing your exhale as you inhale, looking forward. You can walk or jump, lengthening into the spine. Inhale. Exhale, you fold. Utkatasana, bending into your knees. Inhale, your arms up. And as you exhale, you come up, Samastiti. Release. We've got two more like this. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. We keep working with the breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you fold. Plant your hands. Walk back, jump back. Lowering all the way down in one piece. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stretch back. Right foot forward as you inhale. Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Nice and strong. Keep pressing the outside edge of your back foot. Exhale, you release. Plant your hands. Vinyasa, nice and strong. So we continue strengthening the body, stepping your left foot forward, keep working along with the breath. Hips, shoulders nice and squared. Relax your shoulder blades into your back. Exhale, plant your hands. Lower down. Inhale. Cobra, up dog. Exhale, stretch back. Anytime you feel this is too much, you can always come down into Vinyasa, child's pose, especially when we'll be going through the primary series, the sitting postures, where we go through quite a few vinyasas in between. You can always skip the vinyasas or go into a quick child's pose, and then we resume. Finishing your exhale, looking forward, walk or jump to the top, lengthening into the spine as you inhale. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose, reaching your arms up. As you exhale, you come back and you release. Last one, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, walk back, jump back, Vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot, rise up, nice and strong. Exhale, plant your hands. One breath, one movement. Inhaling, left foot forward, last side. Rise up, keeping your hips as low as possible. Exhale, plant your hands, lowering down on the same exhale. Inhale, look up, rolling your eyes upwards. Exhale, stretch back, looking at your navel. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Activating the thighs, belly in. We take one more deep breath. Looking forward between your hands, bend into your knees, walk, jump, float, lengthening into the spine, halfway lift. Exhale, you fold. Bending into your knees, Utkatasana, reaching your arms up. And as you exhale, you come up. Very good effort. Separating your feet, hip width distance apart. Hands onto your hips. Utkatasana, so we get into our standing sequence, looking up as you inhale, lengthening into the front of the body. And as you exhale, folding forward. Soft bend into your knees to start off. Getting hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. As you inhale, lengthen into the spine. As you exhale, you fold. Elbows out to the side, bringing your forehead towards your shins. And you keep breathing here. 5 deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Every exhale, you can work towards lengthening the back of the legs. See if you can activate your quadriceps so that you feel more stretch, more release into the back of the legs. Pulling your navel in towards the spine. We've got one more deep breath. On your next inhale, heart forward again, lengthen into the spine, flat back, releasing the grip of your fingers, and you can lift your toes, sliding your hands under, palms facing upwards, pressing your big toe into the inside of your wrists. Lengthening on your inhale, and again as you exhale, you fold. So a little bit going further, Padasana. 5 deep breaths. See if you can keep pressing your heels into the floor and feel that lengthening from your heels, from the earth, all the way to the back of the legs, to your sit bones right up to the sky. Crown of the head is working towards the floor. And see if you can bring your chest towards your thighs. Just like if you wanted to pull your hands from underneath. If you start pulling, you should be feeling that it helps your chest to go a bit closer to your thighs. One more breath. Nice and slow as you inhale. Flat back, looking forward, releasing the grip of your hands from underneath. Hands onto your hips as you exhale. Inhale, coming all the way up. And you can step your feet back together. Samastiti. So we keep going into the standing postures. Utkatasana, Konasana, picking up your right knee, stepping around towards the back, just about one leg length. Turning your toes around to the back of the mat. So right toes pointing back, extending your arms out, aligning your back arch with your front heel. And as you exhale, you start reaching forward with your right hand, keeping your leg nice and straight. So activate your quadricep, pulling your kneecap up, folding as far as comfortable to keep the legs straight. Left arm up, keep looking at your left thumb. If you can go further, maybe you can get hold of your big toe at the front. And you keep breathing here, opening through the chest. Few deep breaths in through the nose. Out through the nose. 3, 4. One more deep breath. 5. As you inhale, you rise all the way up. Extend your arms. Turn your right toes in, left toes out. We take the other side. As you exhale, reach forward, forward, forward. So lengthen onto your left side. And then you fold at the hip level. Again, hand to the outside of the leg or getting hold of your big toe. And you look up at your right thumb. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. 3. Lengthening into the sides of the body as you inhale. As you exhale, you soften into your left hip crease. 5. Last breath. As you inhale, you rise all the way up. Extend your arms. Pivot your feet again all the way around. This time, back foot can come 45 degrees. Hands onto your hips so that you square your hips. Keeping your hips nice and squared. Legs are straight. Inhaling, left arm up. And as you exhale, you start leaning forward, keeping your spine nice and straight. Back is flat. First level, left fingers onto the inside of the foot, maybe outside of your foot, crossing the midline. If you can go all the way, you can bring your left fingertips or hand flat on the outside of the foot. For a reverse triangle, reaching your right hand out to the side and up. 2, keep breathing. Legs are straight, lengthening crown of the head forward, tailbone back. 3, 4, just do what you can. 1 last breath. 5, as you exhale, looking down, unwind from the pose, pressing your right foot into the earth as you inhale, extending your arms out. Pivot all the way around to the other side. Square your hips. Inhale, right arm up. As you exhale, again, you reach forward, lengthening into the spine, keeping your spine nice and flat, taking the position that suits you. Getting into your twist, extending your arm out to the left or maybe all the way up. And you keep looking at your left thumb. 2. Keep breathing, keep pressing your feet into the earth. 3. Tailbone back, crown of the head forward. 4. And 5. Slowly releasing, looking down. Inhale, coming up, extending your arms out. And as you exhale, you step forward. Hands in prayer position, very good effort. Utkatasana. Picking up your right foot, now stepping back a bit further, so wider stance. Turn your toes all the way around, arms extending in T-shaped position. Back foot this time is 90-degree angle. As you exhale, you start bending into your front knee. First level, elbow onto the thigh. You can keep your left hand onto your hips, so making sure you stack your hips, you stack your shoulders, maybe going further. Fingertips or hand flat on the inside of the foot. Keep bending into your front knee. Keep opening through the chest. If you can go further, left arm up, maybe reaching over your ear, and you keep looking at the sky, or maybe even looking at your left fingertips, forming a nice long line of energy from your back heel through the hip, shoulder, and then all the way to your fingers. 3, 4, breath is deep in through the nose, out through the nose, still going with your Ujjayi breath. 5, pushing onto your front foot, coming up, extending your arms. We pivot all the way around for the other side. Exhale, sending your knee forward, getting into your position. Again, you can start with your right hand onto your hip so that you notice the alignment of your hip, reaching your arm up and forward. Keep bending into your front knee so that you get that long line of energy from your back heel, lifting your back arch so that you feel the lift into the inside of your back leg, all the way to your right fingertips. And you keep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose, lengthening into the right side of the body. 3, 4, 5. Coming up as you inhale, pivot all the way around. Again, hands onto your hips. This time you can drop your back knee. Inhaling, left arm up. And as you exhale, you come into your twist, hooking your elbow outside of your right knee. Hands in prayer position. Press your palms together. Lift your chest. See if you can relax your shoulder blades down towards your hips. Maybe you can start to look up, and if you want to go further, you can tuck your back toes, lifting your back leg. Again, you keep bending into your front knee so that you drop your hips down, and you keep twisting. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. If you want to go further, you can bring your left fingertips to the floor, right arm up. 3, 4, and 5. Slowly releasing, looking down as you exhale. Inhale, come up, pivot all the way around. Exhaling, hands onto your hips, dropping your back knee. Inhaling, right arm up, and as you exhale, you come into your twist. Press your palms together. So if you're staying into your prayer position, left elbow right up to the sky, maybe lengthening through the back heel all the way to the crown of the head. If you want to go further, opening your arms out. 3, 4, keep going with the breath, deep into the abdomen. 5, slowly releasing, extending your arms out. Turning your left toes in so you parallel your feet. As you exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, hands onto your hips. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, maybe soft bend into your knees for this first one. You start folding forward, keeping your spine nice and flat. And hands under your shoulders as you inhale. Look forward, lengthen, so pushing your tailbone back, crown of the head forward. And as you exhale, keeping the length into the spine, you can start to fold, walking your hands under your hips, aligning your fingers with your toes. Keep pointing your elbows back, gazing at your nose tip between your legs. 3. Lengthening from your heels all the way to the sit bones, right up to the sky. 4. Crown of the head is working towards the floor. 5. Keep the length into the spine as you inhale, hands under your shoulders. Look forward, flat back as you exhale, hands onto your hips. Inhale, rising all the way up. Extend your arms out. Exhale, Prasarita B, hands onto your hips. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, this time keeping your hands on your hips. You fold all the way down. 4, crown of the head towards the floor. So this time we're balancing a bit more in between your heels and toes. You keep gazing at your nose tip between your legs and see if you can help with your hands to tilt your hips forward so that you can fold a bit further, working your chest a little bit closer between your legs, crown of the head towards the floor. 3. Breath is deep. 4. Relaxing into the abdomen every exhale. 5. On your next inhale, you rise all the way up, nice and strong, pressing onto your toes, extending your arms out. Prasarita C, as you exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. You can go the odd way. Press your palms together, roll your shoulders back as you inhale. Look up, arms are straight. And as you exhale, fold forward. Again, working crown of the head towards the floor. Relax into your shoulders. Let your arms roll forward. 5, deep breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. Keep relaxing into the abdomen every exhale. 2. 3, lengthen into the spine. 4. 5, as you inhale, rising all the way up. Extend your arms out. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Inhale, look up. Extend your arms out. As you exhale, folding forward. Now this time you can get hold of your big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbows out. Again, you fold. 2. Keep lengthening into the spine. 3. 4. One last deep breath. 5. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, hands onto your hips. Inhale, rising all the way up, extending your arms out, turning your left toes, stepping forward. Very good effort. Paraswatanasana. Now this time you can bring your hands behind your back, getting hold of your elbows or coming into a reverse prayer position. So pressing your palms together, pinky fingers pressing into the back of your heart, and you can step your right leg back, short stance this time. Pivot your feet all the way around, keeping your heels aligned, back foot 45 degrees. Again, you square your hips to the back of the mat. Inhale, push into the back of your heart, look up, heart right up to the sky, keep the length into the spine as you exhale. So you're going to keep pressing onto the right big toe mount so that you push your right hip back, left hip forward as you keep pushing into your left heel, so lengthening into the spine. 2, legs are straight. Only if you can go further, if you're not rounding into the back, you can start to fold a little bit further, bringing your forehead towards your shin. 4, keep lifting your elbows, pushing into the back of your heart, lengthen into the spine so back is flat. 5, last breath. Keeping your hand position as you inhale, you rise all the way up. We pivot all the way around for the other side. Again, square your hips. Inhale, lengthen, heart right up to the sky, keeping your spine nice and flat as you exhale. Hips are squared. You start folding forward. So start with the spine horizontal, crown of the head reaching forward, tailbone back, elbows up. 2. 3, only if you can feel, you can go further. If you're not feeling that patty into the back of the left leg, you can start to fold a bit further, bringing the lower left ribs onto your thighs. 4, 5, one last breath. Inhale, rising all the way up, stepping forward, bringing your namaskar in front of your heart. Very good effort. Now we go further. Utkatasana. So grounding your left foot, left hand onto your hip. You can pick up your right knee, give it a good squeeze. See if you can lengthen into the spine, shoulders back. Good grounding into your left leg. First level, hand under your knee. Or if you can go further, getting hold of your big toe, and you can start working towards straightening your front leg. Picking a point in front of you that is not wobbly. So keep your gaze a few meters in front of you. Relaxing into the shoulders, dropping your right hip. 3, 4, very good. Keep your balance. We're going to go a bit further. 5, as you inhale, you can start opening out towards the right. Keep your gaze forward if you need to, or if you can go a bit further, maybe you can start looking over your left shoulder. A few deep breaths in here. Keep relaxing your hip down, relaxing into your shoulders. One more deep breath, keep going, very good. And then slowly coming back, right hand onto your hip. Point your toes, look at your toes, and you keep lifting your leg. Keep your spine nice and straight, so lift your chest. 2, keep going, you can do this. 3, lift up, look at your toes. 4, and 5. Maybe shake your legs, very good effort. We take the other side, again, grounding into your right foot. Picking up your left knee. Getting into your position, working towards straightening the leg. Doesn't need to be straight, you just work towards it. What's important is to really have a good, strong standing leg. Standing tall, relaxing the shoulders, and trying to level your hips to the ground. Keep your gaze forward for good balance, focusing on the balance. Very good asana for the concentration. And then maybe opening out to the side, keeping a nice, strong posture. Maybe looking over your right shoulder. We take one more breath. And then inhaling, coming back, point your toes and keep lifting your legs. So what's important here is that your legs are straight, your hips are leveled, and you keep lifting. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Very good. Keep going. We've got 2 more breaths. Keep looking at your toes. The more you look at your toes, the more the leg is going to lift. Lift, 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 lift. And exhale. Very good effort. Next one, either tree pose, or if you can go all the way Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana, bringing your foot into the crease of your hip. So that is if you don't have any knee issues. Getting hold of your foot, again standing nice and strong. Standing leg stays straight. As you exhale, you start folding forward. Again, the leg stays straight. You only go as far down as comfortable to keep your legs straight. If you have your right fingers to the floor, maybe left fingers to the floor, and you fold forehead towards your shin. 3, 4, and 5. Slowly keeping your legs straight, you start rising all the way up, slowly unwinding your leg, and we take the other side. Again, you might go into just a normal tree pose if that's enough for you. If you're into tree pose, you're not folding forward, you're just staying nice and tall, standing. Otherwise, you can start to fold, again with your legs straight. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. 4. Very slowly, strong onto your right foot. 5. You're going to start rising up, pushing your right foot as you inhale, coming all the way up. And you release. Maybe shaking your legs. We're going to wash that off with a Vinyasa. So coming back to the top of the mat. Feet together, Samastiti. Utkatasana, bending into your knees. Reaching your arms up. First, we're going to hold there for 5 deep breaths into Utkatasana. So sink your hips down. Staying there for 5 breaths. Nice and strong. In through the nose, out through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5. Folding forward. Inhale, lengthen into the legs, the spine. Exhale, you fold, plant your hands, walk back, jump back, going through a Vinyasa. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. Right leg forward, rising up into warrior 1. Press your palms together. Again, we hold there for a few breaths. So squaring your hips, squaring your shoulders. You keep looking at your thumbs. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. 3. Bending into your front leg. Keep pressing your back heel onto the floor. 4. One last breath. See if you can keep looking up at your thumbs. Keeping your arms up. Straightening into your front leg. Pivoting all the way around to the back. Maybe still with your gaze up. And we take the other side. Bending into your left knee as you exhale. 3, 4, 5. As you inhale, opening out, warrior 2, you can adjust your back foot, maybe wider stance, 90-degree angle, extending your arms, sending your knee forward, warrior 2. Relax into the shoulders, keep looking at your front hand. 3. Spine is vertical. 4. And 5. As you inhale, straighten into your front leg. Again, we pivot For the other side, as you exhale, sending your right knee forward, looking at your front hand, keep sinking your hips down. 3. Deep breath. 4. One last breath. As you exhale, windmill your arms down, plant your hands, step back, Vinyasa. We're getting ready for our sitting postures, the primary series. From your down dog, you can walk all the way to the top of the mat, crossing your legs, coming down to a sit. Extend your legs forward, flex your toes, Dandasana. Fingers pointing forward, hands by your side. You press your hands into the floor so that you lengthen into the spine, rolling your shoulders back, tucking your chin under. 5 deep breaths here. Activating your pelvic floor, navel in towards the spine. 3. Gazing at your nose tip. 4. Keep lengthening into the spine. 5. Slowly releasing, gazing forward. Inhaling, arms up. Paraswatanasana. Exhaling, folding forward, getting hold of whatever you can. Your shins, ankles, feet. And you keep looking at your big toes. Lengthening into the spine every inhale. 3. Every exhale, softening lower ribs towards the thighs. 4. Keep looking forward, lengthening into your spine. And 5. As you inhale, heart, hands forward, coming all the way up. Exhale, you release, and you can cross your legs, coming forward, planting your hands, walking back, Chaturanga. Exhaling all the way down, Vinyasa. Again, remember, if the Vinyasas are too much for you, you can always skip it. Now, from your down dog, again, you can walk or run to the front, crossing your legs, coming down, extending your legs forward. Hands behind you, Paraswatanasana. Easy version, you can just take a normal easy tabletop with your feet hip-width distance apart, lifting your hips or just keeping your legs straight, pointing your toes, lifting your hips, dropping your head back. 3. Keep lifting your hips. 4. And 5. Slowly releasing, crossing your legs. Coming forward, planting your hands, stepping back, Chaturanga, Vinyasa. We continue strengthening into the core, the shoulders. From there, you can either walk or jump to the top, crossing your legs, coming down to a sit, nice and gracefully as much as you can. And we'll go for Ardha Bara Paraswatanasana if you can. So you can bring, like we did before, the foot, right foot into the left hip crease if you can. So watch your knee for that. If this is too much, you can just bring the sole of the foot onto the inside of the leg for already Janushashasana. Relaxing your knee towards the floor, inhaling your arms up. And as you exhale, you fold forward. See if you can get hold of your foot. Again, lengthening into the spine, relaxing into your right hip. 3. 4. And 5. Heart, arms forward, coming up. Exhale, you release. You can help your knee to come back. Crossing your legs, knees to chest, hands onto the floor, and see if you can lift your feet, lift your bum, lift up. And then release, extend your legs. We take the other side. So again, maybe foot onto the crease of the hip, or if this is too much, you can just go into Janushashasana A. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward. Maybe getting hold of your foot. Again, keep looking at your big toe at the front, lengthening into the spine. Every inhale, every exhale, you just allow to fold, feeling the pressure of your heel foot into the abdominals for good massage, good maintenance of the abdominal organs. 4. One last breath. 5. Again, reach forward, heart, hands, come up. You're going to help your knee to come back. Cross your legs. Maybe coming slightly forward, pressing your hands, and you can start to hop back. Going through your Vinyasa as you exhale. Inhale. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Again, you can maybe walk, run, or jump slightly forward, crossing your legs, coming down for Janu Shirshasana. So you can either take Janu Shirshasana A, or if you did already take this one before, you can take Janu Shirshasana B, which for this one, you're going to bring your hands to the side so that you can lift your heels, and you want to be pointing your toes out to the left. So the top of the foot is on the floor, and you slightly come forward so that you can rest your pelvic floor onto your heel. Reaching your arms up, keep flexing your left toes, and as you exhale, you fold forward. So you should be feeling a good pressure in your pelvic floor. This is the Muladhara chakra, root chakra, that you activate with your heel, folding forward. A few deep breaths in here. Don't lose your Ujjayi breath. So if this is too much, you can just repeat. If you have any issues, obviously, you can just repeat Janu A. Inhale, come up, reach up with your arms. Exhale, hands onto the floor so that you lift up your hips and you just reach back so that you can sit back down, slowly helping your knee to come back, extending your leg. And we'll just take the other side. So again, Janu A, or if you can go further, you can bend into your standing leg so that you point your toes, lift your hips, shift it forward onto your heel, flex your right toes, inhale your arms up, try to keep your hips, shoulders nice and squared, and as you exhale, you fold forward. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Again, see if you can keep lengthening your heart forward, looking at your big toe at the front. 4. One last breath. 5. Heart, hands forward, lift up. Again, you want to release your hands onto the floor to help your hips go back nice and easy onto your knee. And you can bring your knees to your chest, cross your legs, coming forward, plant your hands, and you can walk back or jump back, going through Vinyasa. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. You can come to a sit, walking or jumping, crossing the legs, coming down. And I will go for Marichyasana, bending into your right knee. Sole of the foot flat onto the floor. Placing your right hand right behind you. Inhaling, left arm up. First level, you can hook your elbow across your knee, or you can bring your elbow onto the outside of your knee. Keep flexing your left toes. Inhale, lengthen into the spine. Exhale, you twist. The closer your right hand to your sacrum, the easier to keep your spine nice and straight. Keep breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. 4. 5. Last breath. As you inhale, come back to center. Coming out. Again, bending into your knees. Keep your knees close to your chest. Press your hands. Lift up. Exhale, you release. And we're going to take the other side. Left foot. Left hand behind you. Inhaling, right arm up. Exhaling to your version. Keep flexing your right toes. Again, as you inhale, you lengthen. Trying to keep your hips in contact with the floor as much as possible. And as you exhale, you go a little bit deeper. Twisting from your navel and then your shoulders. Head, few deep breaths. 4. 5, nice and slow, coming back. Unwind from the pose, crossing your legs, and you can come forward, planting your hands, walk back or jump back, going through your vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Walking or jumping forward right into Navasana. See if you can keep your feet off the floor. So first level, you can keep your hands on the floor, shins are parallel to the floor, then maybe extending your arms out. Last level, if you can, making sure that you're not dropping your lower back, you can extend your legs. 3, 4, 5, nice and slow. You bend into your knees, pressing your hands into the floor, and you lift your hips. Maybe it doesn't lift, doesn't matter. Keep pushing your hands, and we come right back into Navasana, easy version, or maybe stronger version. 3, 4, and 5. Again, hands onto the floor, lift up, and then last one. Keep going. 3, 4, pulling your chest forward, and 5, slowly releasing. Baddha Konasana, sole of the feet together. Interlace your fingers. The closer you work your heels to the hips, the stronger the stretch. Try to relax your knees out, maybe little flaps. Baddha Konasana A. If you can go further, you can go into Baddha Konasana B, maybe even pressing your elbows, forearms into your shins so that you can fold a bit further, but you don't want to pull so much onto your feet. You just want to allow the spine to round, feeling the stretch into the groin. 3, 4, and 5. Slowly coming up, and you can extend your legs out. Upavishta Konasana. Straightening your legs, keeping a soft bend into your knees. If you have really tight hips, flexing your toes. You can start with your hands behind your back, rolling your pelvis forward, keeping the spine nice and straight. You start walking your hands forward, and you start folding to your own ability. Maybe coming onto your elbows, or maybe coming all the way down, forehead to the floor. Extending your arms forward. 3, 4, and 5. See if you can bring your arms out, getting hold of your feet, coming up, maybe bending into your knees, and see if you can come up into a balancing Konasana onto your buttocks. Legs are straight. If you don't have any neck issues, you can explore rolling onto your spine, bringing your feet over your head. Whoops, don't have too much space here. And then keeping your legs nice and straight. See if you can come back to a balancing pose onto your hips. So that might need a few rolls. Coming up, extending your legs. And then slowly you can cross your legs, planting your hands, walking back, jumping back, go through Vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Exhale, stretch back, down dog. We're going to enter the finishing sequence, walking or jumping, coming down to a sit. Coming onto your back. Bending into your knees, feet hip-width distance apart with your heels close to your buttocks, palms alongside your body. So you can take easy bridge pose. We'll start with that. Exhaling your breath. The inhale. Lifting your hips, pressing your feet, pressing your hands into the earth. Getting hold of your fingers under your buttocks. You can roll your shoulders under. Lengthening into the neck. Lifting your hips, press your feet into the earth. 3. Keep lifting. 4. We take one last deep breath. 5. And very slowly you release the grip of your hands. You can roll your shoulders So your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Knees to your chest. Give yourself a good hug before we go into our second round. If you want to go into your full wheel pose, Utkatasana, go for it. Otherwise, I'll be offering another version, a little bit stronger for the bridge pose. Pressing your palms into the earth. Inhale, lift your hips. So if you want to go further without moving your feet, you start to bring your shoulders under your chest, your heart. So walking your hands forward to get hold of your ankles so that you can feel more push into the back of your heart. And you keep lifting your hips, keeping your knees right above your ankles. Breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. 3. Feeling the chest pressing onto your chin. 4. One last breath. 5. Slowly releasing, rolling the spine down. You can bring your feet mat distance apart. Another way to relax the lower back, you knock your knees together. Just one breath before we go into the last round. So that might be your chance to try Utkatasana, the full wheel pose. Otherwise, you just repeat one of the version of the bridge. Palms by your ears, fingers under your shoulders. Press your feet, press your hands. You come onto the crown of your head. You can readjust, maybe walking your hands a bit closer to your feet. And then you push. Lifting your hips to the sky, straightening your arms. 3. 4. If you're into your full wheel pose, you want to make sure that you bring your chin to your chest, releasing your shoulders down first, rolling your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae, knees to chest, and you can rock forward, coming into Paraswatanasana, legs forward, and just allowing the spine to round forward. So you just relax your forehead towards your knees. You can keep your forearms alongside your legs. So just allowing to round the spine to counter the deep back bends. We take one more deep breath before we go into our inversions. If you're into the first 2 days of your cycle, you might want to skip the inversions, in which case, as you inhale, you come up. You can come all the way down onto your back, lifting your legs, maybe keeping your legs straight. You can place your hands under your buttocks. So this will be your easy inversion, Uttan Padasana, or if you're going all the way back, so you want to make sure that you remove any bun, if you have any bun, to make sure that you can rest the back of your head, neck long onto the floor. You press your hands onto the floor, Sarvangasana, shoulder stand, bringing your legs over your head, bringing your hips as much as possible over your shoulders. You plant your elbows behind your back, giving a good support with your palms into your kidneys or even lower ribs, and you start bringing your legs right over your hips, shoulders. So nice and straight body. Keep pushing into the back of your hips. So you might want to watch this one first so that you don't have to get into the pose and turn your head. Make sure you don't turn your head in this pose to look right or left. This is no good for your neck. And we keep breathing here. Few deep breaths in through the nose, out through the nose. Very good inversion to purify the blood. Especially good if you're standing or sitting a lot, not so much movement. So letting that impure blood that sits in the feet, lower legs, to return to the heart for regeneration. Keep breathing, focusing on the throat. And then very slowly moving into halasana, keeping your legs straight. Keep your hips over your shoulders, and you start to bring your feet over your head. If it doesn't touch the floor, that's okay. You keep your legs straight. If your toes are reaching the floor, you can start to release your hands, palms onto the floor, or maybe even interlacing your fingers, rolling your shoulders under, releasing some pressure off the neck. Last little adjustment, you can point your toes, pressing the top of the feet onto the floor, and you focus the breath into the throat and navel. 4, 5, 6, 7. You can continue staying there, or if you want to go further, you can maybe go into Karni Padasana, bending into your knees, bringing your knees by your ears. See if you can rest your knees on the floor. If you want to go a bit further, you can even cross your arms behind your knees. A few more deep breaths here. Otherwise, just keeping your legs straight. A couple more breaths. Unwinding from the pose. Press your palms on the floor behind you. Extend your legs. We're going to reverse the whole process. If you want to go supported, you can bring your hands back onto your lower back. Or going unsupported, you can keep your hands flat on the floor. We go back through Sarvangasana, shoulder stand, lifting your legs right up, and then using your core muscles, nice and slow, you start to come down, rolling your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae, nice and slow, very slowly, legs are still straight, and they come down last. So feeling the stretching between each vertebrae, controlling the descent with your core muscles, and we move straight into Mathiasana, coming onto your elbows, pulling your heart right up, arching into the spine. You drop your head back. Keep arching into the spine, keep pointing your toes forward. Deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. See if you can bring the weight of the body onto your buttocks, crown of the head. 3. Good counter pose to the deep forward fold. 4. And 5. Slowly releasing. Rolling over on one side. So we take our last inversion. As usual, just make sure that for this inversion, you are not going all the way unless you have been practicing for a long time. So we're going to go into Ardha Shirshasana, so you can come into a child's pose. You want to make sure that you get the right width with your shoulders, so you can just get hold of your shoulders. That's the right width. Interlacing your fingers, except the pinky, so you can just bring one pinky on top of the other, just so that there's not too much pressure. And we're not going to lift into the full version, so you can just bring your head, back of the head into your palms, trying to make sure that the crown of the head is not touching the floor in your first version, so that you start strengthening into your shoulders and really feel into the pose. You want to stack your shoulders over your elbows, tucking your toes under, and you can start to lift your hips. So you really want to stack your shoulders over your elbows and your hips over, walking your feet forward as much as you can. Or you can do maybe start bending one knee and then the other, but try not to lose the form. So you want to push your chest towards your knees, We stay there for a few breaths, pushing your elbows into the floor, lifting into the shoulders. One more breath. And then slowly releasing, knees to the floor, and we come down into a child's pose, forehead to the floor, stretching your arms alongside your body. Just a couple of breaths here. If you come back up too quickly, especially at the start, you might be a little bit dizzy after the inversion. Just one breath or two, and then coming up, we're going to find a comfortable sit. Either an easy cross-legged position, or if you have no knee issues and you can take a half lotus, or maybe even a full lotus. And we're going to finish off with 10 deep breaths. So you can take the Gyan Mudra, index and thumb together, other fingers straight, arms straight, spine is nice and straight. So pulling your heart forward, tucking your chin under, breathing in through the nose, out through the nose. Eyes closed, 2. 3. 4. Deep continuous breath, 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Gently releasing, looking forward, bringing your palms by your side, Konasana, pressing your hands nice and strong into the floor, and you're going to lift up. See if you can lift your buttocks, lift your knees, nice and strong. We've got 10 deep breaths here. Keep going. If it doesn't lift, doesn't matter. Keep pressing your hands into the floor. The more you press your hands, the more you try to lift. One day it will lift. Doesn't come just on the first time. Keep lifting, maybe lifting the knees, lifting the bum. Just keep trying. One day it will come up. Nice, good, strong sensation. Nice, strong core. We've got a few more breaths. Keep lifting, keep lifting. Strengthening into the body. One more breath. Keep lifting. Very good. And then you release. Very good. Extending your legs out. And slowly you can start to find your Shavasana. Feet mat distance apart. Legs are completely relaxed. Nice and slow you start rolling your spine down vertebrae by vertebrae. Relaxing your arms by your side, slightly apart from the body. You can take one deep breath in through the nose and exhaling out the mouth to let the legs, the arms relax completely. Maybe you can shake your body from side to side gently, finding a nice comfort position here onto your back, relaxing for a few breaths, few minutes. Letting the body rest from the strong practice. Sukino bhavantu. Samasta Sukino bhavantu. Samasta Sukino bhavantu. Samasta Sukino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Taking your time to come back into the body, you can start to deepen the breath, getting the sensations back to the physical body by moving the toes, fingers, nice and slow, still with your eyes closed, rolling over onto one side. Just taking a few breaths on your preferred side in a fetal position. Still with your eyes closed. When you feel ready, you can gently press your hands into the earth to come up to a comfortable sit. With your hands, palms together in front of your heart. Just taking a moment to acknowledge the practice, thanking yourself for the dedication, the discipline to roll out your mat, come practice. Bringing the tips of the thumbs to the third eye, and we bow in gratitude to the divine light that surrounds us and resides within each one of us. Hari Om Tat Sat. peace, love and light. Gently blinking your eyes open when you feel ready. Thank you for coming to practice with me as usual. I hope you enjoyed. Any question, you can just shoot me some requests. Get in touch with me. Let me know how the practice made you feel, how you feel. And I'll see you on the next practice.